Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Over 100,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Everybody, and welcome to another Sports
Podcast.
I'm Joel Anderson.
I'm Jordan Pomaville.
And joining us, as always, is Phil Ranta, the sports outsider.
I'm no longer that.
Nope.
I'm one of you.
Decided to drop that one.
Aha.
We did it for a while, but that one over there kept getting pissed about it.
That's me. I'm the sports outsider. I don't know anything about sports. You guys know a lot about sports. We're comedians. That's our theme song.
That's the show in a nutshell.
That's our theme song.
I'm glad we
It's not
explained
really
the
a song.
premise still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got it in a tight 3 seconds.
Very nice. You
Yeah.
see any games this week, Phil?
No.
Did you play any games this week?
I did. I played Tecmo Super Bowl, the Detroit Lions. I forget what week it is, but it's all up on YouTube at youtube.com/comedypodnet. You can see me commenting, being very confused. People are starting to comment back on it, mentioning sports things that I do not understand. And one of the guys even who commented ended with, "But you said you don't know very much about sports, so I totally get it."
They're making sports-specific comments about you playing Tecmo Super Bowl.
About the state of the NFL in 1991.
Wow. Oh, well, you know, okay.
That's really specific comments.
It
then.
really is specific. These people clearly know their stuff about sports. Phil Ranta, NBC News, Los Angeles.
All right, so big show this week.
Manny Ramirez, update, watch update.
Manny Ramirez, update, watch update. Brought to you by...
Doritos, ¿dónde está mi boca?
What is Donde Está Mi Boca?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
I didn't.
You said
I
that
didn't-
last week.
Yeah.
I don't. I have no clue. I don't speak Spanish.
Oh, right,
didn't-
that was the drop. That was not
Yeah,
you.
I just push the button and the things come out.
I didn't know that Doritos was actually like a Spanish word until last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like little bags of gold or little treats, yeah.
Though if it's a Manny Ramirez update, shouldn't it be in Asian?
No.
Taiwanese?
Asian is not a language, racist.
Yes, I know.
No,
Yeah.
he's playing in the minors.
Oh, is he back in America?
Yeah,
he was
well,
in Taiwan for a little while,
He
right?
was. The Rangers released Manny Ramirez from the AAA contract he was on.
Wow.
Yeah, saying based on their evaluation, they did not have a roster spot for him.
Oh.
Ramirez played 30 games for AAA Round Rock. He batted .259 with 3 home runs and 13 RBIs. The release will allow Ramirez to explore other options. When reached for comment, Ramirez said, "A large with pepperoni, mushrooms, and green peppers. Just kidding. I know you're a Taco Bell, and Taco Bells don't deliver."
Yeah.
He then laughed into the receiver and hung up.
That's Manny being Manny.
That is classic Manny being Manny.
I'll agree.
Here's I like this the Manny we have now. Like, you remember how Ricky Henderson played? Like, he was in the minor leagues until he was like 51 or something.
Something like that.
Like,
Very, very, yeah.
Wow.
well
late 40s,
beyond
early
the point
50s.
where there was any chance that he could come back, but you could tell that it was just like, what else am I going? Like, Ricky
loved
Henderson
the
was a ball
game.
player.
Yeah, he actually did love the game. He had
Yeah.
the money. He didn't need
Yeah.
the money.
Right.
I feel like Manny's got to be the same way. He can't be broke. He made a lot of money.
I don't think we can call a admitted PED user who's trying to break back into the majors
Yeah.
the same level as Ricky Henderson.
No,
who
not the same level.
Played
but-
into what, like probably his early 40s in the majors, and
Yeah.
then just was like, well, I'll play in instructional
Yeah.
leagues and
That
winter
sounds
ball.
fun.
And
That sounds like he must have been having a
I'm
blast.
sure he was.
Yeah.
He was
But
like,
here's the
buying the new rookies beer.
Ooh, that would be fun. Tell him about the old days when baseball was baseball.
The bases were white and the players were too.
Yeah, the feeling of a well-worn glove, right?
That's right.
Only baseball.
We can't do that segment anymore.
No,
Phil.
we
We
gotta
got a
stop-
cease and desist
cease
from
and
Major
desist
League
from Major
Baseball.
Oh, I was not launching
Much-
the segment. Believe you me.
much-
By
as
the
you
way,
would like to
I
bring the
talked
segment
to
back.
someone who liked only baseball.
Yeah, I've talked to
Nope,
a lot
not
of people
possible.
who really
No.
enjoyed only
Yeah.
baseball.
Twitterverse was abuzz with everyone who hated only baseball.
I feel like those were all fake Twitter handles that you yourself created, Phil.
I only have 12.
I've only heard one person say anything other than dramatically positive things about only baseball. and that's you.
Twitter.com/PhilRanta for all of your only baseball hate.
All right, what do we got on the show today?
Let's see. Well, one of our all-time favorite guests, Mike Trout, is
Mike
back.
Trout.
Wow.
Yeah.
We didn't do the outro to the update watch.
Oh,
we
right.
didn't do the Sorry.
Manny Ramirez, update, watch update.
Manny Ramirez, update, watch update, brought to you by
Doritos en la noche me gusta, padre.
I think that's just a random Spanish word strung together.
We had to do it, though, because Doritos is paying us a big money for an intro and an outro.
That is true.
Sorry about that. All right, but
And
now,
money we're actually going to see now that we've freed up the dead weight of Alex Rodriguez's contract.
This is
no,
true.
they're actually paying us in Doritos Locos Tacos.
God damn
They're
it.
coming
I
out
am
with the new
so
fiery
proud
one
of you
soon.
for this deal.
Right?
What?
Could not be proud
No,
of
They've
you.
got
we
Cool
need
Ranch, they've
cash.
got nacho cheese, and now they're coming out with fiery.
Hey, back me up on this, Phil.
Fiery.
Yeah.
You remember eating Doritos as a child?
Oh, God, I loved it.
Maybe your powdery fingers would make your controller orange when you were playing the Nintendo.
No. And then my mom would go, make sure to wash your hands.
But do
She
you
didn't sound
remember,
like that.
it wasn't always nacho cheese and Cool Ranch. It was nacho cheesier
Yes.
and Cooler Ranch. Do you remember
Yes,
this?
I remember those.
Back
'cause
me
they
up on
put
this.
more
Definitely
dust
true.
on them for a while.
Was that
more
why?
of
I
the
thought it was just
flavor
a
dust.
branding thing.
No, there was actually more flavor dust on them.
When it was nacho cheesier and Cooler Ranch.
Yeah.
And then they
Okay.
just went back recently to nacho cheese and Cool Ranch.
Well, it's tighter branding. It's kind of like the Facebook becoming Facebook.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah, none of this changes the fact, guys, that the podcast is deep in the red. Deep in the red, okay? We needed cash from Doritos.
Deep in the red. Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim's colors red. Mike Trout's on the
Mike
show.
Trout
We're chugging
going
to
to be in
finish
the
out
show.
this intro.
There we
Yeah,
go.
absolutely. So,
Moving
Mike Trout going to be in
along.
the show. We're going to take a quick look at the top 10 schools for merchandise sales. They just came out with a list of those.
College merchandise.
College
Ooh,
merchandise.
Corporate branding.
Uh,
Working for the man every night and day.
Yes, I believe this week we do not have a weird sport.
What?
Wait.
Is this true, Phil? Do we
No.
not have a weird sport this
We
week?
do. You're goddamn right we do.
Oh!
What was that bullshit?
Oh,
You're
yes.
freaked out all of America at once.
Because it is America's favorite segment.
Well, I
is,
thought it
yeah.
was 10 episodes ago we'd reached peak weird sports.
That's not true. It's
And
not true. There's
we're
still
currently on
lots of good weird sports.
the
left.
bumpy road. Is that what it's called in the graph after we reach peak weird sports?
I believe it's
Yeah.
called jumping the shark, but trust me, the sport of jumping sharks is coming up later.
All right, and we got an all new news.
Yeah.
All right.
News on the Sports podcast with Jordan, Joel, and Phil.
News. Baseball players really fucking love baseball.
Yeah, they should.
Hey!
You should love what you do.
There's the sort of positive story we need in the news.
The Boston Red Sox, fresh off playing 17 games in 17 days, flew from Kansas City to Toronto, where they would have a day off before beginning a series against the Blue Jays.
Fun.
So how did Dustin Pedroia, Yanni Gomes, and Jared Saltalamacchia spend their first day off since June 25th?
They got into a parade and started singing Danke Shane, and their dad almost saw them, but just missed.
They wrecked that car.
Yeah, they wrecked the car.
It was a rental.
Yeah, they said, you love a car.
And Jared Saltalamacchia's dad owns the car
Yeah.
rental company.
Right.
If he found out what they did to that car, he'd be so pissed. But that's the thing. Jared made a very bold stand at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a stand. No, man, Jared, you don't want this heat. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. All right. No, actually, they went to an afternoon Blue Jays athletics game.
What?
And they had killer seats right behind home plate.
I would hope so.
Yeah, right? They know people.
They're in the organization. If my company threw baseball games all the time all over America, I would expect some pretty good seats.
Here's the thing. If I'm the Blue Jays, maybe I'm like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we got free seats for you. Like, wait, what section ZZ? Oh, those sons of bitches.
Oh, that's where they play ZZ Top the entire show. Oh, so good.
You
got legs.
Actually, I would like that section.
That would be a great section.
Be all over that section.
And then the ticket taker would have the big beard, and
Yeah.
when they asked where your seats were, they would do the point thing that they do.
With the guitars.
Yeah.
It reminds me of stories of my great-grandfather who would go watch coal miners on Sunday. Just for love of coal.
Yeah.
Just for love of coal. Just go down there. He could get great seats because, the other 6 days, it's where he was.
Yeah, you just move the dead canary out of the way, and then
Yeah,
you'd
you
sit
remember
there.
that great movie by Sam Raimi, For the Love of the Coal?
Yeah.
About the guy who's on the verge of a
Perfect
mining
day, yeah.
Yeah, I think you're thinking of Spider-Man.
Wait, no, I think Phil is right.
Sam Raimi movie, Spider-Man.
With the perfect mining day.
Yeah.
You know, but there are other things to do in Toronto.
Sure.
You go to CN Tower.
Yeah.
You can see the stage production of The Lion King.
You bet.
You know what?
Toronto's a great town. You
know
can
what?
buy Cuban cigars.
Yeah, but you know what? Actually, after saying all that, I think baseball game was the right choice, ultimately.
But you're forgetting about the most important thing you could do in Toronto. Go to a Tim Hortons and get some Timbits.
Yeah, but you can do that
Yeah.
in the the Midwest and Northeast as well, I believe.
Very hard
you
to
can
find Tim
drink
Hortons.
when you're 19. That's what
guys-
I used to do when I was in
These guys
Toronto.
aren't 19.
Yeah.
God.
HBO's Hard Knocks knocked hard by Cincinnati Bengal James Harrison.
Oh.
Did we follow that? So HBO's Hard Knocks
Was knocked hard.
knocked hard.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Bengal James.
The Bengals
Harrison.
signed James Harrison?
Yes.
That happened this offseason?
We're getting to that, Joel.
Okay, go ahead.
Let him read the news, Joel.
After being cut by the Pittsburgh Steelers, Harrison joined the Bengals in the offseason.
Ooh, that's gonna make for some juicy division rivalry games.
What the fuck was that?
Yep. That was Joel's expert commentary.
On NFL football. Expect some juicy rivalries.
Nah, because Harrison, a known hard hitter, when he plays Pittsburgh, is gonna be all pissed. They're gonna play twice because they're in the same division.
He's a
Hard
known
hitter.
hard knocker.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hard hitter.
he's
Juicy
always had a
rivalries.
hard knocker.
Oh, jeez. All right. So
That is
anyway,
juicy.
he's got some strong opinions about these camera guys following them around during practice.
Ooh.
He doesn't believe they've earned the right to be there.
Oh, he's a.
Well, quick recap. Cincinnati Bengals. They're the subject of Hard Knocks this year, the HBO show that chronicles an NFL team each
Oh,
season.
I thought Hard Knocks was about Annie.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
She has had.
Actually,
a
I
hard knock
think
life.
the first season was about the Broadway production of Annie, and then they said, you know what? This maybe not what we're looking for. What if we did NFL teams?
What if instead of following the behind the scenes of a Broadway musical of Annie,
Yeah.
we had an NFL team?
Yeah.
And then they're like, you know what? We probably don't even have to change the name. Hard Knocks would probably work just as well for the NFL team.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David
I hear-
Chase, you've done it again.
I'm pretty sure that next season they're gonna do the life and times of people who sell door knockers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be called Hard Knocks.
Joel, you enjoyed that too much. Phil, I expect better from you.
Yep. Thank you.
Bengals owner Mike Brown was the guy who okayed their presence, and he hoped documenting the team would, it'd be a little image improvement for the team.
Yeah.
But James Harrison says, I don't feel they deserve to be here. They did nothing to be here other than they want to be here. They didn't put no blood, sweat, and tears into any of this. No, James, they didn't, but that's because, stay with me, they're not football players. It would be very weird if the HBO camera crew was trying to make the football team, and even weirder if they were bleeding and crying all day to meet the parameters of your acceptance.
I don't know. I've been a PA before, and there is a lot of blood and tears to get there. To get to be a cameraman on a TV show? Come on.
Well, that's,
I feel like if you cried, all the other PAs would make fun of you.
Well, yeah, but that's because they're
That's
hazing
why
you on the
Crybaby
first day.
Ranta doesn't PA no more. Harrison went on, all these men here, they've done that. They did nothing. No one deserves to see this, to come inside unless you're part of this. Man, if James Harrison feels this way about cameras at practice, I wonder how he feels about the games.
Yeah.
I didn't see that pretzel vendor busting his ass during two-a-days. Maybe we were doing our warm-ups. With different coaches because I don't recall any of these reporters stretching at spring camp.
That's true.
I don't remember any of these so-called fans cheering me on during blocking drills, but they show up now? Fucking typical.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Whitey Bulger wants his Stanley Cup ring back.
Hey, I know Whitey Bulger because he's not a sports
Wait,
figure.
what?
Whitey Bulger, a mobster recently convicted of 11 murders and not in any way, shape, or form a Stanley Cup champion, wants his Stanley Cup championship ring back.
I can't blame him.
How did he get one?
Very entitled.
Fuck, it's coming up, Joel.
Joel.
Objection leading the witness. Bulger waived his right for a jury's decision on whether he could keep over $800,000 in cash, guns, and other personal possessions that are currently with the Fed. And why? It's because it don't mean a thing till you got the ring.
Yeah.
He is fighting for the 1986 Montreal Canadiens Stanley Cup ring.
Wait, the The Boston-born and bred Whitey Bulger wants a Canadiens ring.
The Boston Globe reports that it was likely acquired through various connections to Chris Knuckles Nalan, a 13-year NHL veteran who retired in 1992. Quick guess. Okay, who can guess what Knuckles Nalan twice led the NHL in?
Penalty minutes.
Penalty minutes is
Whoa, I
correct. A
wouldn't
guy
have guessed
nicknamed
that.
Knuckles.
I would have assumed most time logged playing Sonic the Hedgehog 3. One of the characters in its name was Knuckles.
Yeah, here's the thing.
The game
Phil.
was Sonic and Knuckles, I thought. I thought that was
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog 4. I didn't believe... Is Knuckles in Sonic the
I
Hedgehog
believe
3?
it is because Tails was introduced in 2 and Knuckles was introduced in 3.
Yeah, shocking as this is, Phil, the NHL does not track that statistic.
They should.
Yeah, maybe they should.
Nalan denies he gave him the ring and claimed Bulger made his own copy of the ring.
Whoa.
Well, that would be totally dishonest. I can't believe
Yeah.
Whitey Bulger would do
Was
that.
the finger still attached to the ring?
He goes, no.
Okay.
This is Nalan. He said he used to come up to games and watch the games. He thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a good time for him to get away and not to be around all the nonsense. The people up here didn't know who he was, so he'd kind of walk around and have a decent couple of days while he was visiting. Nonsense.
All the nonsense like killing people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
killing lots of people.
Yeah, throwing
Being-
bricks through people's eye sockets.
Simultaneously being an informant and having others jailed for people you murdered.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty sweet gig.
Incidentally, I think it's time that we should go ahead and point out Whitey Bulger sounds like a phallic reference. I got a real
you're gonna
Whitey
get us
Bulger right
killed.
now.
Joel, shut up. You're going to get us killed.
No, he's going to jail.
Joel,
for...
shut up.
He's not in jail yet, and he knows
Be
people. You know that
cool.
one witness died. It was a banner day for the DOJ.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing.
I heard that they determined that he was poisoned, but not by Whitey Bulger.
Right,
They're like
right.
some other person happened to poison him right before he went on trial.
Probably the DOJ,
Yeah.
because they're about to come out and say.
huh?
The ring is in the government's possession and falls into the category eligible to be permanently seized.
Ooh.
And this is Nalan again. Hopefully he can keep it and hang on to something while he spends the rest of his days in jail. If that makes him happy, then it's good for him. He's never going to see the light of day again. He spends 23 hours a day in a cell, and it's payback time. That's the way it goes. He's a big enough man.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Whitey Bulger doesn't deserve it, but that's awfully harsh from the NHL enforcer.
A little bit of specific knowledge he has, perhaps.
Yeah.
A bunch of people killed him. He died. He killed a bunch of people. Fuck his ring. Jerk.
Right. We're ready to start our interview with one of our favorite guests just as soon as he gets finished doing jumping jacks, which he's doing at an extremely fast speed.
Calisthenics are important.
9,900 and
My heart is racing like a squirrel.
Yes, that's right. Mike Trout, welcome back to the podcast.
Hey, it's good to be here. Thank you so much for having me, Joel and Jordan. Oh my God, it was wonderful getting up here.
Thank you so much for being here, Mike.
Yeah. Is this a microphone? Hello.
It's a short drive up from Anaheim. Good to have you here. You hit traffic on the way?
Oh God, I ran. I ran the whole way. After a while, someone reached out. They went out the window. He went, "Hey, is that Mike Trout?" And I went, "Hey, yeah!" And I crab walked the rest of the way.
What? Why would you
Yeah, I
crab
got
walk?
glass inside my fingers.
Are they okay? Do you want to wash your hands? Can we get you anything?
I chewed them out when I was doing jumping jacks, so I'm okay now.
Just full of energy.
Oh, I have a blast.
What I
Okay.
like about you, Mike, is you're just a relentlessly positive guy.
What? You mean everybody's not like this?
Oh,
No.
certainly not.
Oh, but it's been a beautiful week here in Anaheim. Wait, where am I?
You're in Culver City right now.
Culver City, best town on earth.
Even better than Anaheim?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we're gonna jump right in here. We got a lot of questions about the baseball season.
Whoa,
this
questions.
year. Yeah. First thing, I mean, this season has been rocked by a number of PED revelations and then suspensions. How does it feel playing your games under this cloud of drug abuse in Major League Baseball?
You know what? I've got a theory about clouds. Clouds are just there to make you appreciate the sunshine more. Yeah. Have you ever been to the beach and went, "Oh, there's clouds"?
Yes.
That's
yeah.
great.
No, I've
Because
never
when the
seen-
sun comes out, it's great too.
It's even more great, I guess.
It's greater.
Okay. All right. That's a real positive perspective on this. But you
You stated, though, recently that anyone caught using performance-enhancing drugs should get a lifetime ban. Can you expand on that?
No, that was taken way out of context, Jordan.
How is that taken?
I said they should get a lifetime spam. They should get a lifetime supply of spam. Be like, this is what you gotta eat, you user. And then they could be happy, too. Turn their life around.
So that wasn't so much.
Great product.
That wasn't so much taken out of context as it was misquoted.
That was a misquote. Everybody who uses PED should get a lifetime supply of spam.
Do you like spam?
Whoa, who doesn't? It's like jelly and ham all mixed into one.
Does not sound that appetizing.
Great on a sandwich, Jordan.
Okay. Can I go ahead and so your Angels though came into the season with.
You know why they call us the Angels? Because
Why
we're
is that?
all God's children.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you,
I thought
Mike.
it was because it's the city of Angels, Los Angeles.
Yeah.
No, we're in Anaheim.
Well, the Los
We're in
Angeles.
Anaheim, and we're a bunch of angels. We're soldiers of Jesus Christ.
That is
Yeah.
great. But you, soldiers of Jesus Christ, came into this season with the highest of hopes. Had the biggest offseason acquisitions. One of the highest payrolls in the sport, and you are currently completely tanking. You're in fourth place in the AL race, only leading the Houston Astros. You're 15 games out of first. Are you disappointed by the season?
Do you know what I always think? Fourth place, if it was a competition between fourth place and fifth place, would be number one, baby. It would be number one. I look at those statistics and I say, gee, I'm lucky to be number one in a competition between fourth and fifth place.
That is.
How fortunate we all are.
Yeah, but the Houston Astros
You ever
aren't even
had a
that good
stadium dog? A hot dog in a stadium?
Oh, I
Yeah,
have.
They taste like beef.
They are beef.
Yeah, they taste.
They're beef?
Yeah.
Wow, that's even greater. They're not even trying to fool me or nothing.
No, Mike. You having a lot of dogs at the stadium?
You're not having a lot of dogs in the stadiums?
I guess I'm just not at the stadium as often as you
Oh,
are.
they're delicious.
How are you staying motivated down the stretch, given you guys are 15 games out of first place?
How do I stay motivated?
Yeah.
A lot of hugs. Whole lot of hugs. Whenever somebody comes near me, I don't care if it's a homeless person or somebody wielding a knife. I say, come here, bring it in.
And you get a hug, and
Big
it
ol' hug.
releases some endorphins, I guess.
Woo!
Yeah. I did notice that you have a stab wound in your stomach.
Oh, that? Yeah, I got that when I was crab walking on the way here.
Yeah.
Someone's clearly not an Angels fan. I think I turned him around. He'll be wearing a jersey come tomorrow.
You know, the Angels had two of the biggest acquisitions in the offseason. You had, Albert Pujols 2 years
Albie!
ago, and then you had Josh Hamilton this
Joshy!
past year. And are you worried about Pujols being to recover at his age, and how will the Angels manage the remaining
Age ain't nothing but a number, Jordan. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you're 140 years old and you got enough love in your heart for the game, you can hit the ball 100 miles. I'm going to prove that when I'm 140.
But you know what else is a number is like Josh Hamilton's average of 223 or Albert Pujols' slugging percentage of 437. Those are numbers too. Those are really
Pujols has
low.
a crazy last name. Sounds like something I would order at a Taco Bell. I have a fiery Doritos Locos Tacos and a couple of pool holes.
Did you get a lot of Taco Bell, Mike?
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the taste of a new generation. I'm pretty sure that's their tagline.
Are you
My last name's funny too. It's the same as a fish.
we talked about that last time.
Sure.
Are you at all worried that the Angels now have too much money committed? I mean, it's 8 more years and it's $212 million left that you owe to Albert Pujols.
Joel, are you afraid of having too much sunshine?
No.
Are you afraid of getting too much candy at Halloween?
No.
Are you afraid of loving too much?
No.
Then why is too much money a problem?
Are you still trick-or-treating?
Well, yeah. Why do you think I'm wearing this ghost outfit? I cut a couple eye holes in it.
It's August though.
And people went, hey, wait a second, what does that mean? And I'm like, I'm Mike Trout. And they go, wow.
So you went as a ghost and not an angel.
That's a better idea. I should cut out a halo with some construction paper.
That sounds fantastic.
Angels are just ghosts who got promoted.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So hey, Mike, I gotta ask you the situation in Syria, it grows steadily worse, and it now appears that the bloody fighting for months now won't oust President Bashar al-Assad. Do you think the people of Syria will ever know the sweet taste of freedom?
What are you doing, Joel? Why are you
I
asking Mike
just
Trout
I
about
just want to see
You're
what he
talking
says.
about Syria?
Yeah.
Syria sounds pretty serious. I should write for Variety. Huh? Syria, serious. Do you know they got a lot of sand in Syria? It's like a beach all the time. They go, where's the water? And they're like, just keep walking.
Well, it's landlocked.
Landlocked, it's going to be a long walk then.
Yeah.
Man, imagine being at the beach every day. You'd get so much Frisbee done.
That is fantastic.
I actually had something here that maybe this is what you were.
Was that an
Okay, yeah.
awkward silence?
No.
We just actually we got a text that just came in from your parents.
Oh.
Well, yeah, we just got word that your family dog, Barky, who you've had since you were 11 years old, recently had to be put down because of a painful tumor in his snout. And you were the one who had to drive Barky to the vet to be put down. You want to just key us in on what you were feeling during this long trip you had and how you said goodbye to your oldest and dearest friend?
Are you talking about my road trip with Barky? We did a road trip to the vet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
was
Barky gets to be a real angel now. I just have to play an angel in the sports league. Barky's flying and he's playing the harp. Can you imagine a dog playing a harp?
a little bit?
That would be YouTube gold.
That would be a YouTube goal. That sounds.
Yeah. Well, boy, Mike, you are maintaining just a relentlessly positive attitude in the face of just a lot of stuff that might beat down other people.
I don't know what you're talking about, Joel.
You're one big
Look at
fucking
you. You
ray of
got your own
sunshine.
podcast.
Yeah, I
This
guess
is going out to millions of people.
Not
You
quite
must be
millions.
making $1 million. Live
Yes.
every day like it's your last.
There he goes. You think he's headed back to Anaheim, or
You
you
know,
know, they're next? Are they in Seattle next? He might just be running there.
wherever he goes, he's having a lot of fun.
I'm getting a lobster roll.
Countdown to kickoff for college football. And we have here the list of the 10 largest sellers of college merchandise. Top 10 schools.
Worth noting, I mean, this is just generally merchandise, not
Right.
specifically college football.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
absolutely
so the
true.
players
But I think if
probably
you
get
look
a
at the
cut,
list,
right?
it's clear that it's mostly
It's
college.
This
dominated
is
by
what's
college
making those
football.
players rich, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Couple big jumps, not in the top 10. A&M jumped from 19th to 12th.
Ooh.
University of Louisville went from 32nd to 25th, and the biggest slide. Who's got guesses? Does anyone need a hint?
Yes.
America's roller coast.
Hey, Sandusky, Ohio, Penn State.
That's right. They dropped from 10th to 12th last year, and this year they're down to 19th. But starting at number 10, Arkansas. Number 9, University of North Carolina. Number 8, Georgia. Number 7, Florida. Number 6, LSU. Number 5, Kentucky. Number 4, Michigan. Number 3, Notre Dame. Number 2, Alabama. And number 1, University of Texas.
Hey,
Fucking
Haas.
horns.
Which is the 8th straight year they've collected the most royalties from apparel.
Pretty
Yeah.
great for them. Those players must all be millionaires paying off all their college loans.
Yep, absolutely.
Not quite, Phil, but
Yeah.
That's pretty great that they're making all that money for themselves.
But we actually also have here the top selling items for each of these schools.
Items like things that are branded with their
Yeah,
logos.
yeah, absolutely.
Huh. All right. That's fun.
Texas, it is Texas branded Alpine horns.
Alpine, like the Ricola guy.
Yes, they're very long. The horns are very long horns.
Okay.
Alabama, Crimson Tide tampons.
I mean,
That's really
yeah.
gross.
Well,
That's
as,
awful.
as gross as it is, you have to admit that is an obvious product tie-in.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
mean,
frankly, I would buy them if I was a fan.
if I were in Alabama and I were, and
And I don't
especially you got to
even-
think dads going out and getting tampons for their daughters the first time.
Yeah.
They're gonna see the Crimson
Then
Tide
they could
tampons,
say-
and that's the brand they're gonna go
because
with.
dads are always the ones that go out to buy tampons.
for their daughters.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Right?
And
Isn't
the
that how it
moms in
works?
Alabama probably football fans too. So
Yeah. That makes sense.
Notre Dame, it's a tie. They have Notre Dame brand scissor lifts with the recognizable slogan, "If you die on one of these, we'll start a scholarship fund in your name or something."
okay,
And then the other one is the Fightin' Irish blow-up dolls. Comes in 2 flavors, fake girlfriend and horny bishop.
Whoa. Yaga, yaga, you.
Horny bishop. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Oddly
raised Catholic.
specific rank.
That's
Not a priest,
Yeah.
not a cardinal.
Not an
bishop.
archbishop.
No, just a bishop.
Just a bishop, like chess.
Do they come in sexy rook too?
Ooh. I'm waiting for that costume next.
It was a chess joke
Halloween.
that was just a second too late.
Yep. Michigan.
Michigan 1997 championship T-shirts. Oddly enough, this is also Nebraska's biggest seller in the state of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot.
I went to
Yep.
Michigan and I don't get it.
Yep. Okay, Phil.
Perfect.
Kentucky national championships.
National championships?
Well, schools bought several of those.
Oh, I gotcha.
Ah.
And Glory Road, with the alternate ending where the racists win.
Oh, yep. I imagine that would be popular with the UK fans.
Yeah.
That's your big basketball one on there.
Yeah, that's probably
All the rest of them pretty clearly mostly football.
Yeah. Can I take the next
Kentucky.
one?
Yeah, sure.
I want to take the next one.
LSU.
LSU. Their most popular product is Mendejon.
What
Wait,
what is that?
what did you
I have
just
no
say?
idea.
I don't know.
what those
It was spelled phonetically. Mendejon.
are. Okay, whatever
I
it is,
assume
they're
you
selling
can
a lot of
probably
them.
get it at Popeyes.
Yep.
Louisiana Fast.
Yeah, looking down the list here, we also have in Florida, it's the University of Florida dehumidifiers.
What?
I mean, people in Florida need dehumidifiers, and University of Florida's the UF brand happens to be the most competitively priced.
Oh.
It's not the cheapest, but I mean, for its quality, it's an extremely good.
And then they can
right.
sit inside their
That makes
apartments and
sense.
go, it's a dry heat, which is very valuable to them.
Yeah, which isn't true pretty much everywhere
Right,
else.
but
in
with
Florida,
the
yeah.
dehumidifier?
With the dehumidifier,
Oh, it becomes
there
a
you go.
dry heat.
Speaking of hot and humid, in Georgia, top selling item, the antebellum plantations.
A plantation
Yeah.
is the largest selling item.
Well, I mean, not by quantity, but certainly by the amount of money taken in.
Net revenue.
Yeah, they don't sell
Net
very many of
revenue
them,
is what you call it.
but they're very expensive.
Net revenue.
Net revenue, exactly.
Thanks, Phil.
Anytime. I'm the businessman.
Yep. University of North Carolina, it's the UNC Smokes
Smokes?
and cigarettes.
Cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
A school can have
Gross.
cigarettes?
In North Carolina, they can, yeah.
that's right.
Ew.
The brand is referred to as the Tar Lungs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, because normally it's the Tar Heels as their mascot.
I see. So if you're putting cigarettes on your feet.
Absolutely. And finally, University of Arkansas coming in at 10th there, selling novelty neck braces. These come with a warning, though. Not an actual neck brace. Do not use for sympathy after a motorcycle crash with your mistress.
Got him.
Yeah,
Very specific.
very specific, and yet they're selling a ton of them. A ton.
They're excited about Brett Bielema.
Bielema. Whatever.
For you, the listeners of Sports Podcast, Audible is offering a free audiobook download with a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check out their service. I personally recommend a wonderful book called The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Joel saw the movie. He said that it was okay. To download your free audiobook today, go to audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network. Again, that's audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network for your free audiobook. And now it's time for another Weird Sports! Weird Sports.
Whew. All right, let's keep it rolling.
Let's hear it.
All right, this week's Weird Sport, Brännboll.
Brännboll.
It sounds like we're right back in Scandinavia.
Brännboll or Slæball
Nope, the first one.
in Norway or Randbold in Denmark is a game similar to Rounders, Baseball, Lapta, or Pesapalo, played on the amateur level.
Pisapalo.
Yep, it's played throughout Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and Germany, mostly on fields and in public parks, but it's also part of the PE curriculum in some areas.
Oh, wow.
Very important to keep kids from getting diabetes and say, yeah, go play some Brännboll, and they go, I am very fat. And then they're not anymore. That's the story of children. The name is derived from the act of catching a player between two bases at the end of the batting round.
A pickle.
Yeah, but there they refer to it as burning them, which is known as brana, roughly equivalent to being out in baseball.
Brina, like a pickle?
Brana.
Okay.
The world championship called Brännboll Skilpen is an annual event in the Swedish city of Swedish city. All right, who are you ready for some rules time?
Yes.
Yeah.
In contrast to baseball or cricket, there is no pitcher or bowler, but the batsman himself throws or bounces the ball, usually a tennis ball, and hits it with his bat. It's kind of like when you're doing fielding practice in Little League and the coach
You got a fungo. You're hitting with a fungo.
Yep, and they're like, oh, it's going out to left field. And then they hit it to me, and everyone's like, Phil, don't be a creep. Just catch it. And then I drop, and they're like, oh, you're an idiot, Phil. You're an idiot who's bad at baseball. Oh, he can't even throw. Look,
he's crying now.
Oh, he's crying.
Cry, baby, Ranta.
It's kind of like that. So
I gotta say that would really change the way you position your fielders a lot.
yeah.
I mean, if they can like you almost never do a shift unless you knew the guy was like completely incapable of going the other way.
Or if he was completely incapable of hitting it, you just come in really close.
Yeah. Right? A selection of bats is sometimes available, if you're a rich kid, with a regular wooden or metallic baseball bat usually present, and a paddle-like bat resembling a cricket bat available for less experienced batsmen, which is often called a tijajera, or a girl bat. Or desalok, which roughly translate to lavatory cover, referring to the bat being flat.
I like
Wait,
that.
Laboratory? Do people put flat boards over their toilets?
No, it's flat like a lavatory cover. It's got a big flat end
What's
surface.
a lavatory cover look like?
You
like
know
a bath-
what's on top of the toilet
Oh
seat?
God, Joel.
It goes toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Follow me. Toilet seat.
Yeah.
Cover.
I don't think Joel's ever put the seat down in his life.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's like the lid.
Yes.
It's just that's like a cricket bat is way narrower than that.
Yeah.
But do they have like a big, like completely paddle shaped one?
Well, it's a euphemism. They're using it to make fun of people.
Well, hold
Understood.
on.
It's also not shaped like a girl.
Yeah, it's true. On some
What?
occasions, there's also a stiff racket, which is called a stekpanna or frying pan. So that's even bigger. It's more
Oh, okay.
resembling a toilet lid. If that's what you're thinking, Joel. Jeez! The valid area for successful batting is usually determined or delimited by natural features such as trees or simply an agreed upon imaginary border. This rule only restricts how widely the batter can hit, but not how far. You can still hit it as far as you want, get it way over people's heads, go run and have a great time.
So there's no home runs.
Unless there's a wall.
Well, I
Unless,
mean,
like
there's
the
no-
Sandlot
yeah.
where it's like it goes
Are
over the
there
wall and
bases to run
oh.
around? Have we gotten that far or no?
Let's go to the scoring system so that Jordan can get his thing. All right. Score and time are usually kept by the scorekeeper, who usually has the final say in whether inter-team players are caught at the end of a batting round. Generic scoring system, due to lack of professional organization governing Brännboll, many local varieties exist, but here's the big one. There is a home run, which is called the Frivarv, or Hellrunde, and that's 6 points for the batting team. That means that you can actually go all the way around, have a great time.
All the way around the bases. Are there bases?
Yep, there's bases.
Okay.
Phil pronouncing Scandinavian words is pretty much my favorite thing in the world. I gotta say.
That's what we're going to change the segment to.
Yeah.
And now it's time for another Phil pronounces the words of Scandinavian things. Ooh, how scary.
Yep, just to put it in perspective, it is kind of like a baseball diamond, but it's more like a square.
Baseball diamond is technically a square.
Shut your mouth. A player passing the fourth base is 1 point for the batting team.
Okay.
So a home run, I think, is going all the way around and ending where you started.
Okay. So you get extra points for that.
Right. But if you just pass the fourth base but don't make it all the way around, 1 point.
So if you just get knocked so it's basically like baseball, except if you hit a home run, then you get six runs.
That's a fact. A team that's caught out, or the utbrand, is 5 points for the catching team.
Oh!
There it is, a little bit of a twist. If you're caught out to catch it in the air, also known as brand, it's 1 point for the catching team. If it's a fly ball that's caught, the fly ball is caught before it hits the ground is a lira. So what's caught out mean? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Both
Does
are
that
1
mean you're
point.
tagged, maybe?
Oh, that makes more sense if they tag you, if they get
5
you.
points for tag.
Catch you
That's
out.
an interesting wrinkle.
There's also a penalty system worth a whole lot of points. Several varieties of penalties exist, but if you get a first time, it's a warning. Firm warning. Second time you get a penalty, 5 penalty points. Almost
What?
a home run.
Holy crap.
They want people to be playing fair. 3rd time is 10 penalty points. 4th time, whole team disqualified.
What?
Opponent wins. They want you to play it fairly.
They're treating him like PED suspension.
Yeah, this is PE suspension.
Yeah, it's
Physical education, y'all.
absolutely. Yeah, wow. Can you get a negative score?
Yeah, totally.
Huh.
You can go negative. Yeah.
Do you go negative? Like you put out a series of 30-second spots about how the other team is trying to take away your children's education, and then
That comes to an end. Another Weird Sport.
Citizens of Podcast Town, this brings to the close another sports podcast. But before we go, Phil would like to give you our contact information.
You can Joel, I'm gonna kill you. You can email us at the sportspodcast@gmail.com. That's sportspodcast@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at sports3podcast. That's at sports3podcast. You can find us on Facebook by searching sports podcast, your little top bar thingy. You can find us on YouTube by going to youtube.com/comedypodnet. That's youtube.com/comedypodnet to see me play Tecmo Super Bowls the 1991 Lions. Make sure to subscribe and comment while you're there. You can find us on Stitcher Radio. Download the Stitcher app today at Stitcher.com and search Sports Podcast. You can find us on iTunes. Go to iTunes.com and search Sports 3 Space Podcast. That's Sports 3, all one word, Space Podcast. And while you're there, please subscribe, please comment. It helps out a lot. Or you can find all of our back episodes at ComedyPodcastNetwork.com.
this is strange, guys. But I was just watching a live feed of the local news in Bakersfield.
Okay.
Don't ask me why, but Mike Trout ran through the shot.
Wow.
I mean, that was like 20 minutes.
That guy is pure energy. You know, I was going to say Mike Scioscia's in the lobby. I think we got some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Lights off.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.